So, when Kingdom came out, it was a mix of G1 and Beast Wars, and that section of G1 was for Season 3, and because of that, we've been given the best Galvatron we could have ever possibly given, to the point where they've reissued it into Legacy. So today, we're taking a look at the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Galvatron, and the select releases here as well. Starting off in his space cannon mode, it looks pretty accurate to how Galvatron looked in G1, as he was more or less just a guy sitting on his arms and legs with a gun for a head, which I suppose if you're gonna turn Megatron into anything, it works as a space cannon. But like, I've always felt weird about Galvatron's alt mode, as I don't know, there's always been something about it that I've never liked, but it is one of the more unique alt modes there are. And like, taking a look at all the greeblings they've given him, I really like how it looks, like the arm details, or well, the leg details technically, for the front legs of the cannon. Look at the back legs. The back legs really look like the battery pack of the G1 figure, where its legs would be a battery pack, if I'm not remembering wrong. The only thing I really don't like about this alt mode is where we have to place the end of the fusion cannon's tip, as it doesn't really have anywhere to go, so there's a port on the back where you just stick it back there, but that doesn't look that good. But otherwise, it's pretty good as is. And something I like about the Selects release is it has a little hidden rub sign where if you rub it, it comes up with a Decepticon insignia. And that's just neat. But Galvatron looks good in his space cannon mode, so I just had to take some pictures, so here they are. Transformation on Galvatron is a little complex, like moving things around, getting the legs on tab. That's really a bit annoying, and something I keep almost doing, like when I first got him, is trying to transform the head back, as I blanked out one time and just tried moving the tip down, as I forgot that the head flips out. But it's pretty good. The one thing I've noticed is, because mine's an early copy, the shoulders don't like staying tabbed in, and I don't know if there's a way to fix that or not. But otherwise, it's actually quite a satisfying transformation once you get it down. Here we are in robot mode, and Galvatron looks pretty cool. I love how they managed to capture his look while updating it with modern detailings, like all these greeblings. But going up to his head, I don't recall Galvatron's head looking like that, as, like, sure, it looks like Megatron's head to me, personally. And sure, they're the same person, but Galvatron's head did look different. Well, different enough to Megatron for him to have his own head. But I suppose it's fine, because they are the same person, but it does really throw his design off his head design off for me personally, but it's something completely fine. I'm pretty sure some people haven't even realized it, but it's just something that will annoy me. Like, I love the shoulder details they've given it, and sadly mine is all paint scuffed up, so that's real sad. I'm trying to fix it. I love the chest details, and the battle damage return for him here, which I was surprised by when getting him, because they left that all the way back in Siege, and then like 2 Earthrise figures had it, and then Galvatron, from my knowledge, is the only Kingdom figure that had battle damage. And then they repackaged him and removed the battle damage, so that's something else entirely. Moving down to the waist, I love the belt detail. I like the leg details and how they're riveted. I think that's quite cool. The shin details are nice. And for some reason, he has scuffed knee, shin things. Like, don't get me wrong, it's interesting, but I don't think that's how battle damage works around the shins. It's a bit strange, but he does look really cool. And something about my copy particularly is the fact that mine's an early copy, so the shoulders are actually mismanufactured, as when they came, the actual joint inside them were upside down, so in order to fix that, I just had to rotate the entire shoulder around and move it down. Sure, the pins are visible, but it's a small price to pay to have normal shoulders, as I don't like how the lowered shoulders look. But I like the mold so much I actually went out and bought the Selects release, which I like the toy colors. Like, for Galvatron, sure, I love his show accurate purple and stuff, but the toy colors has always been interesting to me, as it looks like a strange glimpse into what Galvatron could have looked like. And sure, there was a sticker sheet that you put on for him. I put most of them on. I skipped out on the head crest stickers, as I didn't really like how shiny that was. But it really shows that Galvatron could work in these colors. Something I have noticed though is most of him is like color inverted. Like, other than the arms, the chest is completely swapped, like it's not a purple chest anymore, it's now grey. The hips are now purple. The shins, they're changed. There's quite a few differences. Like, in Space Cannon mode, they looked pretty much the same, color palette wise, but in Robot mode, there's quite a big change between it. And I do quite like it. And to my knowledge, Galvatron appeared as both these colors in the original comics, as Galvatron, the purple one, and then Galvatron 2, the toy accurate one. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I should have Galvatron and Galvatron 2. Posability on Galvatron is pretty much good. So starting off, you got ball joint at the head allowing for up, down, and swivel. Arms pull a full 360 around and go all the way up. My shoulders do like untabbing when I do that though, so there's bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, wrist can swivel and bend in, and the treads can move around. There's waist swivel. Legs are pretty much unimpeded, go in all directions. It does get held up on the back panel though. There's a thigh swivel, a 90 knee bend, and the foot pivots quite a little bit as well. Accessory wise, you get quite a few things with Galvatron. So starting off, you get his fusion cannon, which is accurate to how it looked in the show. And to make it more accurate, they've given you 2 possible spots for you to put it on him. So you can put it down on the wrist section, which I believe is more accurate to the show, but I'm pretty sure in G1 he just held it in his hand as is, which feels weird. But they've given you a way to, like, if you put it down on his forearm, you get more control wherever it goes. If you put it on his shoulder, it looks more natural in robot mode, which is quite nice. You also get these revenge ship guns. I think that's the name of his ship. But like, you get 2 little guns that are in the shape of Galvatron's ship, the Revenge. Not sure why they didn't cast it out of purple, as those were the colors of the Revenge ship. I'm pretty sure with the Behold Galvatron box set that they made, they were purple, but I don't think you're gonna pick that up because that's a clear plastic figure, and my track record with clear plastic is not good. But these 2 gunships are quite nice. And finally, you get the Matrix of Leadership on a chain, as what he did in the 86 movie, which is quite nice. I do kind of want to get the upgrade kit that turns into a real chain so it can move around a bit more. And in alt mode, it can peg into his chest section so it can stick on there when he's firing stuff as a space cannon. But yeah, you get quite a few cool stuff. And with the Selects release, you get the Creation Matrix instead of the Matrix of Leadership, as that didn't exist in the comics. But Galvatron looks so good in robot mode that I just had to put in some poses, so here they are. This has been the review for the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Leader Class Galvatron. Tell me, what do you think about him? Do you like him? Did you pick him up? Or did you skip him entirely? Personally, I reckon he's a good figure to go out and find, and seeing that they fixed a bunch of issues with the Legacy release of him, I think it's worth going out and picking him up. I've enjoyed him quite a bit since I got him, and he stands proud on my 86 shelf. But tell me what you think. Thanks for watching.